Welcome back to another episode of Odyssey News. I am Mike Odyssey, and today we have 3 stories for you. 1, a Nintendo Direct update that I think will make you really happy. 2, a really good game that is like a combination of Animal Crossing and the most magical place in the world that I guess you want to play and like. I'm gonna play. And number 3, update on this game that was basically really kind of noticeably absent from the Nintendo Direct. There's Twilight Princess, Zelda, and Wind Waker, and the Metroid game. So we have kind of like a little update on that situation there. I think, yeah. And then at the end of the video, I also have this recommendations for this game that is just so horrible. It's just so horrible. It's just crazy fun, and I'm ashamed to say that I love it. I actually love this game. Oh, and I know what I said. I know what I said. If my predictions for the Nintendo Direct did not come true, that was last week, by the way, then this week I will be dressed as a different character, and this is the Mike Odyssey character, so I'll have to change right now. It's me, Mario. All right, let's get this over with. First piece of news. Alright, so it looks like the September 2022 Nintendo Direct saw a peak of over 2,100,000 viewers, which is pretty cool, right? This news comes to us by Nintendo News, or My Nintendo News, should I say. The contents of this week's Nintendo Direct are no longer a mystery. However, you might be wondering how many people just decided to watch this Nintendo Direct to see what games are coming in the future. Well, this place called Stream Charts have answered this question for us, and it looks like we've had over 200 channels who streamed the event, and then we had a peak of 200,100,000 viewers. And guess what? 3 of these channels from Nintendo directly made over 1,500,000 viewers. Okay, so basically 83% came from Nintendo directly on YouTube. So yeah, Nintendo Direct actually made a lot of people watch it because of course they did. There's the games that we want to see. We kind of did it, but we actually got to see games that we liked, right? Like Pikmin 4. I know you guys are excited for Pikmin 4. Yeah, 200 million people. I'm hoping we can bring all those 200 million people to watch Mike Odyssey here on YouTube. That'd be awesome, right? Let's move on to the next piece of news. We have a brand new game that is on the Nintendo Switch right now. It's also on the Xbox. It's also on the PlayStation, so I'm not discriminating. It's called Disney Dreamlight Valley, and it has already over 1 million players, which is pretty cool. So Mario, Mike, what is Disney Dreamlight Valley? And basically it's like a combination of Animal Crossing and Disney characters, right? So if you love Animal Crossing, then Disney Dreamlight Valley, that's like a handful. Disney Dreamlight Valley is a game for you. It's like the Animal Crossing of Disney. There's a lot of things you can do there. I haven't played it myself, so I can't really tell you much about it, but I heard people say, hey, it's like an Animal Crossing of Disney. You get to do stuff, you get to do like tasks, and you have your own house, and then you get to meet all the characters from Disney, including Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. You get to meet Wally, and a whole bunch of other things. And so if you love Disney World, you love Disney characters, and you love Animal Crossing, you like these little these type of games where day and night is in real time and you do things around the park or whatever, then Disney Dreamlight Valley is for you. Download it now. It's officially not out yet, but it's like in a test mode. So if you want to be among the first million, because they already has 1 million people, first million, then you should go now and have fun with that game right after you finish this video, because yeah. And last piece of news for today, before I get to this crazy game that I want to talk about, is related to Zelda Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess, and also Metroid Prime Dread. Not Dread, the other one, Prime 4. Yeah, so it looks like we had an update by Mr. Jeff Grubb regarding these games, and basically he goes over why they were not announced in this Nintendo Direct. And so let's go ahead and go to My Nintendo News and read what he said here here because, I mean, nobody can explain it better than him. So when it comes to the Wii U ports of the Zelda games, he acknowledges that they were never verified their resources like they typically do, and then there were no vetting process on the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess stuff. Him and Mike is heard about the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, got cut up in all the excitement, and then just basically delivered it like if it were confirmed. So they made a mistake, and this looks to be like what every single leaker does, right? They kind of get it cut up into their stuff and they say, hey, this is coming out, and if they get it right, they're a leaker, and if they get it wrong, they're not a leaker. So it's just, you know, it is what it is. And when it comes to the Metroid Prime remake, this is the one where he actually said he will shave off his head. He will literally shave off his head. If this game didn't come out this year, well, the year is not yet over, so I think he still has his hair, but this is what he said about that. Well, he wasn't shocked that they didn't deliver Metroid Prime remake in the same direct that they delivered Tears of the Kingdom, which is the Breath of the Wild sequel, because people would ask questions about Metroid Prime 4 and what's the status of that, and why aren't we getting that game, and why are you giving us this game? And they wanted, you know, they wanted to give the spotlight completely to Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild 2 sequel, and that he's not against them dropping it on Twitter, which most people think it's gonna happen. They're gonna drop this game on Twitter, the Metroid Prime remake or whatever. Twitter and a really cool trailer on YouTube. They've done that in the past. They've actually delivered games like Kirby Cake whatever game thingy was a Twitter drop, and it was also you know, they released a trailer later on in the day. So Metroid Prime is a game that has already been out. Now let's go ahead and talk about that game that I want to talk to you about. That is kind of awful and horrible, but yet again, it's just, I can't stop playing it because it's crazy and good and just fun. Let's go ahead and talk about that game. All right, so there's this game, okay, and with all transparency, I was given the code for this game so that I can play this game and then give my opinion on this game. And I really don't give opinions on games I don't like. This game, I'm not sure if I like it, but I just can't stop playing it because it's just too fun, right? It was just too fun. I couldn't stop playing it, and that's why I guess I'm talking about it, right? So I'm torn. It's called Smash Boat, not Smash Brothers. No, not Smash Brothers. It's Smash Boat. And let me go ahead and read just a recap of what this game is about. Imagine toy boats. You're playing with toy boats, and these boats are just mashing against each other and shooting torpedoes and doing stuff and just battling each other, right, until you sink other boats. But it's all in the tub. It's in the bathtub, right, in the bathroom. So you can imagine every place where there's water. Mention one. There's a tub, yeah. There's a sink, yeah, and there's a toilet, yeah. There's this level with the toilet that is just so disgusting and it's so horrible that it's like you want to get out of it, but you really don't because it's just so much fun. The water is all yellowy. You see like little brown stuff floating around, and you know, and it's just crazy. It's just, you have to play it. You have to experience it for yourself because this game is I don't know what to call it. Is it a hidden gem, or is it just the worst ever? I mean, I don't know. It's a combination of everything. You're gonna feel everything playing this game. So Smash Bros, I just need to talk to you about this game because wow, seriously, it's about $12. All right, that's gonna do it with this episode of Odyssey News with I guess Mario. And I have two things to tell you before I let you go. And number one is never give up. Number two, journey on. And I guess I have to end it with saying so long, mi bounty.